point platform. TTPTV. Oh yeah. Unale we pledge with love and loyalty to we sweet mama salute. Now we all come together as well. For tomorrow, now we go make salute.
Yes, family, welcome back to yet another very, very important segment where they come to the talking point platform. Today, now the 21st of December 2023, and we want to use this opportunity for which we brothers and sisters and Christian brothers and sisters happy Christmas to we all in advance and happy New Year in advance also. We know say the moment here, now moment of family reunion, friendship, and just a community with our friends. So we want to follow and know see the heart, and we will deal with just the how. And also for the past 2 days, they come online due to a small glitch in the body, as you know. But sometimes gap, because we all can just sometimes get sick for 1 or 2 days or so. Yeah, but anyway, I'm back. I'm glad that at least a good number of now when I call, I try to ask and send messages. These are the feelings, these are the concerns. That's it. That's the humanity aspect. I really appreciate that. So plenty. Thank you. We don't come back to this one. Talk them today. Perhaps would be one of the most interesting analysis over 2023. Perhaps you will get a award from us, where perhaps not young someone you will ever or will be the first place where you will read that message from me. It's very interesting to how they count me what's there, because what are they about for Taluna? Something we expect from this, from we, but anything they can say expect the unexpected. But anyway, let's put that the force aside. We'll look on the area the whole one can talk on. Ex-President Koroma, of course, he go for interrogation today in ACC. What in this mean? We go also deeply look into the NRA, 35 billion loans got missing. On top of the 327 billion with the audit report. We go also look at Adebayo in Recidic, where don't go viral, putting people in for that, and the Kamajo, the news aspect of it. And we will also look at the curfew where government is, even though not on news, but we get comment from make of that. All this and more, if not the first thing this for joining me, we want for this opportunity for welcoming you and talking point platform. Yeah? We don't have to talk about things that we get the potential for KWBN. We also get the potential for KWBN before. Things that where the traditional media can largely ignore, or they free for talk, or they know what for talk, and they will pay attention to it. Why? Because we community members there, well, and that they pay premium to. We respect that. If you want to be part of the family, we would highly encourage you for this. We need to start at the moment. We don't have TV video. Now YouTube, perhaps site is visible for the first time, and after that, just click on the subscribe button and click on the notification bell so that each time we can live, you get all the stuff there. Now Facebook is here for the first time. We name our Facebook, our talking point platform. You can just like and follow with that's it, so you don't go miss anything. And we just recently had Instagram. Maybe sometime if you just bump in there too. Maybe for these few hours, we just put up just now Instagram. We just do a test. We also did a TTP television, not just a test. Perhaps it could be live, perhaps it not go live. But anyway, that's the area they will be looking into. So consider for gender family. And I guarantee one thing, when you come on this platform, definitely it will help. People can say, yeah, now like one-stop shop in this family. Meaning when you hire all the latest trending issues in the country, you will probably get good number of them. Most important. And people are credible to me for it, a credible place we are in, you will get factual information. And we really the pride and the credit goes to the community. Alright, we're not gonna take for waste as always, so we can just now come back.
Just one platform for news everything now we country alone. For education, entertainment, political affairs, TV. We got enough Tanga one inside Sierra Leone, like a big quantity. We breeze not a shit.
Alright, so fam, we'll all go straight to the point. Before we jump into this, let me just make an announcement. When I remember what we said, we go join the investigation for no waiting take place November 26th. So we say, even though yes, we don't get the power, we don't get the resources, what we could do you sort of like fear knowledge for not just make sense of what actually takes place. Because a good number of people are still not cool, other people are still not cool, other people are still not government, other people are still not the opposition. So it'll be confusing. It'll be really confusing for a lot of people. And defense, whether they say research or for investigate for defense issues there, it can be very, very expensive, if not sometimes there are a lot of barrier, because of information classified, what's not classified. So the people there, whether they wanted this, two of them talk to me. But you can see them on video. Two of the people there. And these are the people that say that key people where government they look for. Then say they want to talk to the people. They want to talk to Salon. Well, and so I know say we are messenger. When people in contact with you, I think our obligation to give them the access to make them talk. But don't we just put time on this if everything goes well, tomorrow, I will see them at the platform. Or next tomorrow. They want to talk to Salon people there. What will be really take place at the 26th? Apart from waiting, these are the people that the government they look for, where they want to talk to the world now, they want to talk to the government themselves directly. Anyway, don't put Sunday aside, not to that not the subject today. I just into now. When I help we share, let the message go viral. When I help we share. Right? I know say we can do more than this. And we by this time we don't get huge amounts now. But anyway, I know say people the algorithm are so you can make when you see the reason we make sometimes fight very hard to come because when we stay for a very long time, not only 2 days, but a very long time, the algorithm we can push you down back. So that I make always be active. It's crazy, it's crazy. But I'm sure if you watch share, we already just watch you. By the end of maybe the next 2 or 5 minutes, we will get the usual subscribers that we watch now. Alright, now let me go first to the first thing first we want to talk about now. Yeah. Labyrinth can to last out the ACC boss when they explain how EPK and the former flag bearer or the former flag bearer of the APC, Kesna, a few days ago we put on a caption on Twitter where Ben Kankala say they put a pause on the course where they do at Harvard University in America or come home because the Court of Appeal don't ask them for interrogate, for investigate who are them. The former president and Dr. Samuel Kamara. As soon as I know, apart from that, they also get cases of long-term corruption, and all that. But anyway, I want to listen quickly and
ask the sheriff, or is it on the sheriff, or arrest the first-time flag bearer for the All People's Congress APC party, Andam Oba, to the ACC. For listeners, what don't happen in this matter so far?
Yes, we received the order from the Court of Appeals, the Commissions of Inquiry judges, confirming the findings of the Commissions of Inquiry, and it concerned principally Dr. Samura Matthew Wilson Kamara and the former president, Dr. Koroma, and other actors. Then. So basically, they asked me for intervene, and what we do is we invite Dr. Samura Kamara to the ACC on Monday. Every day we treat the whole day with a question on some of the issues that they raised inside this report, and after that we put her on bail and he went home.
Okay.
The investigations, they continue. The lawyers, they show his papers, they say they don't file in a court, and they are going to court, I think, today. And we tell them, say, look, we don't have any problem with what you do in court. We have to play our role. But if you get a decision from court, for example, where you think, say, interface with we, let's say you get a stay of execution, because that's what they were saying, that, oh, we don't file a court for stay of execution. I said, if you have a stay of execution, just have it on me. But for now, we are going to continue investigating. So we don't already speak to Dr. Samura Kamara on the issues them in the commissions of inquiry, and he's currently on bail in respect of that specific issue.
Okay.
All right, Fambulen, my apologies. This background music was not intentional. Just like before we come, we put on, but forget popular. We apologize. It not be need for the at all. So we're not gonna forget and we apologize for that. It not making no sense for lady day. Anyway, we not mean. All right. Now, first, we don't talk this thing past 10 million times. It's good for let the government pursue people we corrupt, people we don't thief salary money. However, the fight against corruption not for be selective. We don't talk many times enough like a political witch hunt. It for be in the interest, purely in the interest of the country. Now, the reason why make you see I emphasize on this if for be purely. Now, we see Ben Kaifala, few months ago, he left Salon, not so, he go America. He go land book. He said, because case not be there. It seems as if only when the opposition, the opposition, they, I mean, the government is like the main corruption, you always center on the opposition. In the sense that they no more, they don't case more, they become vile, they become more serious, particularly high figure people. But when you ask the anti-corruption boss, he will tell you, see, they don't prosecute more cases there under this regime than the previous, in as much as they hold the previous one. That's not the excuse. But some people are not full again. Look at we ratings. We international ratings when it comes to fighting corruption. It don't minimize. It don't go down. 61% of Salon. Then just don't put the last figure come out from even the people that will support governments. When, for example, the Institute for Good Governance and Reform, there's a particular and they put a survey on that. So if person like Victor Fo, from your own confession now, this not to say person talk from your own confession, there you go not say the fight against corruption. This again other motive. It's not about the benefit of the country per se. Listen.
Lie. Paramount chief Kumba Boboli de Tol. A go team up, Dana and Escuma them council. A team up na mama, a say they bring airport. Lie. A make with a dance na mama, say airport. Lie. Why you for do this to your people? So we all are lying no more in the beginning. But you see, my daddy, talk and do. Where a talk, a do. Look at record. I could just name a few. But look, my daddy, look education. But look the record. I don't need for say. But look the airport where don't go put again. Brand new. Now look it.
So what do you want for say? Even though I strongly believe say no they again APC.
Yes.
But you're able to compare this president bill in 5 years compared to Unaden 10 to 11 years?
But we na money na more with it. What is APC do? As you don't hear that man, no Secretary General, and no sabi nothing. I did it, Ambassador to China, nothing. I come as Vice President, nothing. The whole money grabbing no more than the part. And then get nothing.
So if you tell me the facts today, say doing APC tell me, we see them say, if you take away waiting Pakabadu and waiting handover, if you take away that from the APC 11 years, nothing. So what do you want for compare?
We're not for the candidate. We're not doing that. Meanwhile, Akishidon they talk about record, and the records all what they say all true. We did nothing other than spoiling this country.
Why the APC is crying now to come back to power?
For can't take what you left, then don't take all things. They will don't try. The lily and natural will put the nest and in gang. They don't care or go. The one way matter you don't can build upon. The one can take down the seven. What is it? Nothing.
So tell me something about.
All right, this just for telling you about what they talk about. Say we ever understand Motama, so you can bluff. These were the people we wouldn't say like the brain behind the APC, even for kind of power. They know that they don't manage and they don't administer. That's man reach up to the rank. But the point what they make is they make confession. See, during their own time, more than they, then I'm money no more than the eats and money no more. You want to ask yourself the question why this man is left out from the investigation. Why? Ask yourself the question. Because he came up to the position of vice president. Is it because you don't go SLPP? People are not full again. Ask yourself why. Why the likes of this guy. As they can say, Patini, pro. The mouthpiece of the then APC. Why this guy they left them off? Is it because they claim they're not being mixed by the corruption at all? Then when Koroma and other people and they take salon money, then they say, no, we don't want. No, this is salon money we don't want. Is it because of that? No, we have to get for provoke yourself or ask yourself critical questions. We get some answer. Is it because of that? And like I say, we not ever able to succeed for fight corruption until we are serious about fighting corruption and therefore be sincere. That's the watchword. I know you want to make the program too academic. I don't want to make this program for elites no more. We call them Komon-Tok. Mainly, a Komon-Tok they would talk here for the common people there. However, we also recognize the presence of elites then, people away get high knowledge in terms of education, professionals, philosophers. You can find at least not balanced team. But what I want to bring come to you, if you're not possibly read, there is a book named Animal Farm, written by George Orwell, 1945, if I'm not mistaken, 1945. Maybe if you're not possible to read also, you might go on and read a book called, perhaps, the book of George Orwell, 1984 also. Big boy that's watching you. Very interesting book. Now, but not so that they will talk about. I talk about this particular Animal Farm. Now, Animal Farm, not for salon they be writing for at all. In fact, George Orwell, he writes this particular book, the mirror USSR back then, Russia. But even at that time, the words they were put, it also translates into your own country, also imperials and commodes, like England, because I'm Indian and Bona, even though in two parents in our breeches. It also reflects into the politics of Europe and even the contemporary politics of the world, and and no exclusion from Sierra Leone, and practically it happened in the country. Now, what in this book they talk about? There's a reason. Carefully pay attention. Like I say, we don't can make this academic. We don't can put this in that kind of way, but at least for let you get a sense of what's in the happen in our country. George Orwell used what he then says satire, a method, a soft, ironical exaggeration, a way for passing message using allegory, using animals as character for represent Motamande. Now, in the book, you get Mr. Jones, when I be the head farmer. Mr. Jones gets a farm. He gets different animals in there. He gets the horse, he gets the camel then, he gets the cow then, he gets the pig there. But Mr. Jones, the whole way the animal they produce products there, they make money out of the animal there. Guess what? He drink the money, he is a drunkard, he need to take care of the animal, they even forgive them food safe. When are the animal they get make money out of this? So the animal then come together, then begin talk to each other, one another, begin to talk why they need for take their own destiny and their own hand and make sure say they all live a better life. Then plots, they hatch this particular idea and then finally succeed for overthrow and kill the master, the oppressed master. The lead character per the book, you get Napoleon and Snowball. These two people then begin struggle for power. Now, Snowball begins an idea for build a windmill. We are in, then we generate electricity, help themselves, do certain things there, just for improve. But Napoleon was so power ambitious, he used other people for manipulate the rest of the animals for drive Snowball out of the picture and he take over. When he take over, all the things that we don't criticize about the previous person. Now, then put 7 laws there. Lord, bring count to now first. Let people then just get this. As you just see, you probably said 7 commandments. Now, all of the 7 commandments here, one of them then be said, they're not for trust. They say, whatever goes up on 2 legs is an enemy. Now, according to the animals, then, they all don't decide for say anything where any mortal man, any animal where they go on 2 legs, na enemy. They also go say whatever goes up with 4 legs or has wings is a friend. You see? And they also go before for say no animal shall wear cloth, no animal shall sleep in bed, no animal shall drink alcohol, no animal shall kill another animal. All animals are equal. That's what the revolution they talk about. 7 commandments. This was the ideal. This was the ideal where Snowball and Napoleon said to the rest of the animal, say, if they kill Mr. Jones when at the farm, when at the head of the farm, definitely then will get freedom. Life will be beautiful. But guess what? As time even goes on, Napoleon succeed for drive Snowball, they become dictatorial. Now, even when they put this law, they begin violate the laws here. One of the things now, I'll just cut them from a shot. Last one, even when they kill people, other animals, for example, the horse, boxer, when one of the strong animal, the horse so be they produce the help, they end up for sick. Instead of going to the hospital, they end up for seller and go kill her. Now, it come up with an idea, say all animals, no animal shall kill another animal, but now they adjust the phrase, the number 6 law, and say without cause. Now the last one now, where this be the bomb, the very people of them be the condemn. Now, Napoleon, when one of the leaders then begin act like Motamande, begin to drink, begin to sleep, all the commandments would be put, then violate all of them. Instead, the last one of them puts all animals are equal, but some animals are more equal than others. Now, what's in this they talk about? When you look at the politics of the planet salon, You look at Madabiu entire 5 years, it seems this particular story, like decades ago, is still a play in the minds, it still be what I can say, a contemporary, it still happen in not only Salon across the world, but let's just take for example, Mamama Airport. It was condemned. They say we don't need that. But we see them go build. Mamama Airport, by the way, it get 4 projects surrounding it. You get airport, it gets a small seaport, it gets some short sort of more around where approximately, let's say, for employ up to 10,000 people. We see instead them go favor for airports with now like 200 million plus. You see, so if you watch at the sort of like the allegory in Animal Farm, you see when Snowball come up with the idea for say they need for build a windmill. You see, Napoleon condemned Nandi, but when you don't kick out Snowball, he end up do waiting, he be criticized. That's not the other thing. Though you come, there's no for kill. No animal shall kill another person, another animal. But we see then kill the horse. Now then Kawita with another 4, then say there is a cause. You see what did happen at the country. We get a law, then say nobody, for kill. But we see government in most cases, when particularly they confront civilians and they accommodate. And when they accommodate, then they say for protect the greater interest of the country. You see the point here? Now, I get to the last part where they talk, why I want to let you mark, when they say all animals are equal, but some other animals are more equal than others. The reason we make our keep that side because of this same corruption. Now, if you watch what they happen in the fight against corruption, there are certain people when they let go. There are certain people when they let go because all animals are equal. We are all equal, but some animals are more equal than others. Now, you will ask me, so what in this one I want to talk? I want to hear what in take place now NRA. 35 billion. You get me? Not to me say, that I make, we can account for the evidence. $35 billion loans, more than, not just put me more than 35 billion loss. The former NRA boss, the Ola, no, the left arm. I tell you, say all animals are equal, but some animals are more equal than others. So you see, the book by George Orwell, like I know they have to kind of explain all that book there because you get a lot of things where they learn from as time that goes on. But just for if you get time, those books then can make a lot of sense. Just read one page, you left far, another day you take one page, you left far, another day you take one page, you left far. Before they say 3 months, you don't know now. All right, listen this one.
The Anti-Corruption Commission, Francis Ben-Kelfala, we don't need to talk about things what they don't need to do for address effect against corruption. Mr. Commissioner, before we go for a break, if they listen to an interview, we get for do with a consortium, we according to them, then say they investigate one case, we get for do it over 5 billion loans, where they say lost na the National Revenue Authority. According to you as a commissioner, they don't go for a long, but you say you be so close to waiting happen at the commission. First of all, the commission are aware of this case?
Oh yes, in fact, the commission don't investigate this case now for the past 3 weeks.
Okay. More details on the case exactly.
Well, like they say, is a complex banking and finance syndicate whereby they bypass the checking system.
What are them?
I talk about when I syndicate. I know we'll give specific names, but we are involved bankers, finance officers in various companies, and also people in the NRA. And the structure is such that the taxpayer they issue a check to NRA, and somehow inside the banking system, that amount they go into individual accounts, then they pull the money, they share among themselves. So that issue is now before us. A report to we through government channels, because the government be very concerned about this, because in the talk about 5 billion is way more than 5 billion. It's way more than 5 billion. I mean, the estimate as it stands now is over 35 billion. And we are expecting for it to continue to increase, because they're a huge syndicate and they don't go on for a little while. So we don't make some arrests. We don't whole, in fact, as I come inside the country, the first thing what I do, now for a whole meeting with the two managing directors of the banks that were involved and tell them clearly within our expectations, and they have been cooperating, providing documents, providing information. We go help with for continue for investigate, and an investigation we expect say for move very fast. So we are on it. We're not able to conclude yet, but it shows how much people they're willing for go for destroy the fabric of the country, because it's not the National Revenue Authority. The money we're supposed to go there for lead to development, and few individuals then plan so and execute clinically for deprive the country of such huge sum of money.
Now, let we look at who say this case then now. Say una don't investigate and una don't arrest some. Who say una arrest? Is it from NRA or from the banks them we involved?
Yeah, it involve individual actors. For example, one of the people then maybe they receive the money, we don't arrest them. We don't arrest some bankers. We don't arrest some finance officers. We still they investigate the National Revenue Authority and a few people and they on bail day, just preventive or make sure say if anything they don't run away. But the investigation is still
as it is now. Now EcoBank name no more they come out. What in are the two bank them we involved in this?
EcoBank are the principal bank. They will still monitor the role and activity of the other banks. So with the whole new identity for now. But we know say the fraud itself principally happened at EcoBank.
How true that when they investigate the outgone commissioner we na Brahma Swari na the National Revenue Authority?
Well, you see, and the same thing I'm going to talk about SLBC. When these things happen, if you're not the figurehead, clearly you will be a person of interest in the investigation. But this particular investigation, we will deal with, not touch anything on Brahma Soare so far. In fact, now they discover this fraud and then start for investigator internally, and then it moved to the various channel, Bank of Sierra Leone involved, Ministry of Finance involved, they eventually lead to the table. But specifically, that kind of fraud they happen by people in way they are the lower cadres of an institution. And then they able make that kind of institutional arrangements and except if, for example, you speak to somebody where sometimes they go take the money, they can't give you, and that person they willing for tell we say, oh yeah, we'll receive this money, yeah, we'll go give Brahma Soare something. But so far really there's nothing that has touched Brahma Soare in respect of this investigation.
Within which period then this couple gets missing?
It's been within the past 1 year.
Okay.
So in Atoll, investigate the former commissioner na NRA, Brahma Soare, for any other cases apart from this we be to highlight on?
Not to my knowledge. We're not the investigator for any other cases. But that does not mean, say, for example, we are not going to speak to him. Clearly, when anything there happen and you are the head, it's just like how Namina, the head of the Anti-Corruption Commission. It will be a very flawed investigation for make you investigate and you not speak to the person. But it's a different to speak to the person. There are different categories of people that we can speak to. We get suspects, we get witnesses, we get some people that we can speak to out of policy consideration for giving the framework surrounding the institution. So, for example, we in this very investigation, the department that's in they call it the DTD, that's in a domestic stack, the stacks department. The head of that domestic stack department has been with us for 2 days for investigation. They go and come back, but we need information from them. Okay. So there's quite an array and there is quite possibility. We are talking about billions of loans, and these kinds of investigations can go anywhere.
Now,
all right, the formula you don't read it. Brahma Soare, no investigation. Use the common sense. How is it possible for something that huge magnitude? This not just na APC person talk. If na APC person talk, I go see na propaganda. This na the Anti-Corruption Commissioner SLPP person, and they talk say it's more than 35 billion. Few people in sit down in the shape. Now you don't see the reason we make some of food on social media. Imagine if we're not there at all. Few people sit down, then sheba, Yeri and clearly. So now the point where they talk here is even if them part of the world we live here, the head, Alec, he don't left the job, he take responsibility. Because now under in watch, 35 billion got missing, got stolen. Who knows? How it happened? So which means you not be able to do if I go jail. you for go jail, how you go sit down under your administration as the head of the NRA, more than $35 billion and loans got missing. And they say, you know, investigate them. I mean, you know, they will accountable for that. Now negligence, now incompetency, now you go put all the other adjective or whatever you want to use. 35 billion. They want to talk about 35 million loans now, and they're understandable. 35 million loans there. We'll say no, it's but we are talking about billions and billions of loans. And the Anti-Corruption Commissioner boss say the 35 billion are just an approximate amount. You get for go way. And this person is being left out. It's what I tell you about it and say all animals are equal in the animal farm. You know, with a cow were relevant in China, all animals are equal, but some animals are more equal than others. Now, in SLBC, the Director General, 2 billion loans lost. 2 billion loans lost. Guess what? It was left uncharged. In fact, what in the SEC do, they recommend administrative sort of like action, according to the SEC boss. We're not able to count that part again because of the editing not clear. I'm sure we're not listing 98.1, and from there we'll get the social identity, not to say that we make our more. 2 billion loans because this man, according to allegation, SLPP, I don't know, because not so safe. So what I tell you, said the fight against corruption, unless we be serious, it be holistic, comprehensive, everybody, no sacred cow, absolutely. We are just joking. We are just wasting our time. We are just witch hunting. For some of people, and they look at this now. Because if we say all this nonsense, how you can stone immensely? In fact, an allegation come on. This outgoing NRA boss, they say 10 to 11 million allegation, 10 to $11 million. Now it take make the finally sack. And you know, say new and longer. So, what are the one of common on social media? Well, if you not be there now for the talk some events here, then guide them for the worst past. So, the reason why people are one like mother building a power, not to because they like mother. No. You know, imagine the likes of Silver Blind, Victor Fo, Alpha Car for all day-to-day gains, all the push for make them put the former boss and Padema Road on the next day. Mark this word I tell you. Mark it. The point what they make is another advocate talk but for EBK. I don't tell you how much a man can change, how much a man day, whether it's how much a man and weather. We know the perfect definition of weather. The weather I said tell lie. So always this is a lesson for me. And lesson to Marabio, GMB, a lesson to them. Today people are surround you, and they aid you, and they praise you. But 7 years ago, I'm sure 100% if EBK be no say, the likes of Alpha Khan, the likes of Victor Ford, the likes of Silver Blyden would be in staunch enemies. Believe me, certainty enough for sharing time. And I mean, sometimes, no matter how well, another book, I don't do this book, but I'll tell you again, then call on The Partner by John Grisham. If you get a chance, read that book. It's like a talk say. No matter how well you know you think, no matter how well you think you know another man, there are some doors you can never unlock. It's tells you about man. So we can say, don't watch that man then poker once, I don't know Sunday. I don't watch, I don't know Sunday. When people like you talk to, you know, I can just laugh. You know why I laugh in most cases? Because I know the level of intelligence. I don't really know the person. And not everybody got blessed with knowledge. And not everybody also get the chance for it. So certain people, you look at me, you left, you not idea. I mean, always another idea possible for me, anybody, no. Because I know some of us, well, we're privileged. Some of us, we get time for it. Certain things we won't know, we can keep quiet. Not to any other thing, but not to bogus. I'm sure. I promise you, not to anything. And we can get time for it. Just for tell you, if BEBK, 10 years, 5 years, 7 years ago, I'm sure then people are not for for I made them, for a lot of them cross state house safe. Whatever I would say for good, let alone for day now in a circle. Again, I still a common corruption.
Now, you know, the more I talk about this subject, the more I get irritated and the more I feel more angry. I feel betrayed. The people of Salon. This man, 35 billion. 35 billion. Then the boss of all the first corruption is saying, no case against him. Then they go pull case from 1992. You see the hypocrisy what they talk? Yet government they go take case of 1992. I'm not saying if he post in tips alone money 50 years ago, not for crime and crime. But the point is, look at this case now. Look at this case. How can junior staff that take 35 billion? How can a junior staff that take 35 billion? Then share back to themselves. 35 junior staff say, how? You tell me, convince me. How? If not, anyway, lot of data that's idea. Another thing what I'm bringing come to you, the new NRA boss. I want to listen to what you say.
In team, don't they work tranga one for CISE, the National Revenue Authority collects revenue for the government.
And as the institution charged with the responsibility of raising those resources, we find ourselves at the forefront of the action, bearing in mind the current context of national and global affairs. These are challenging times for the global economy, and an economy as small as ours is not an exception. Before the disruption of the global supply chain, our revenue generation drive was on a very good trajectory towards achieving the estimated revenue to GDP ratio, which stood at 20% by 2023. By all indications, the institution was unable to meet this target because of the Russian-Ukraine war, which disrupted most economies around the world. To give you a quick context, our revenue to GDP stood at 15.3% by end of 2021. The projection was sure to be activated when world economies came crashing down, further dwindling our chances to meeting the target. I am informed that if we hit this year's target, we will hit 14% of revenue to GDP ratio.
Where Ibede talk, the Acting Commissioner General for the National Revenue Authority, Madam Anne-Marie Baby Aden, say from January to November this year, the National Revenue Authority be able to collect over 9 billion new loans, where past waiting them in collect inside the entire 2022 year.
For assessing the performance of any revenue administration is the amount of revenue it generates to support government programs. Therefore, at the NRA, this performance indicator remains our priority amongst others. Domestic revenue collected from January to November 2023 totaled 9.095 million new loans, which is already 27% higher than what was collected for the entire year 2020 without reporting for the December 2023 collection.
Madam Anne-Marie Baby Adam bin Semuso say because of the June 24 election, this been delayed the implementation of tax.
All right. So Fambo, that was Anne-Marie, but now they don't confirm her as being the NRA boss. The other boss, 35 billion. You know, I mean, no money don't drag. You know, can you imagine? According to the allegation, they say it takes $10 to $11 million to make a fire on the job. And apart from what the allegation they levied against them, on annual auspices, more than 35 billion loans got missing. Yet he's not guilty of anything. He's free. And we don't get a new person. And Isabella when it's a broken record. They talk about the Ukraine crisis, Russia, this, that. Even inside the war they take place, they know they sing this song. It become a broken record. It become boring. But look, when they can compare, the reason why I bring a can, and they compare always the global. Well, look what's in there.
We've had a larger than expected fall in inflation. Prices are still going up, but they're not rising as fast. So the headline figure for consumer price inflation for November is 3.9%. That's down from 4.6% in October. It's a bigger fall than analysts and economists were expecting. It's bigger than the Bank of England was expecting. Give you an idea of the main things. Had a quick look at the numbers that are driving that down. Transport costs and food costs are falling, or rather, they're
Going
rising
less,
less quickly.
Yeah.
Exactly the point I was about to make. We shouldn't really be, we're pulling the crackers at this news. Things are still getting more expensive, but these costs are all falling faster than most analysts expected. Core inflation, which is something that economists will be looking at, the Bank of England, the Treasury will be looking at. If you take out all the volatile elements like fuel and food, that's falling to 5.1% against 5.7% in October.
And this was up to 11% at one stage.
Exactly. We're talking about this is a precipitous fall in inflation. The big jump, more than 1%, or the big decline in that rate of increase was in October. That dragged inflation below 5.5%. Why is that important? That's half of 11%, and that's what Rishi Sunak promised he would do. Of course, there's a great deal of debate about what influence the politicians have over this and whether this is the Bank of England.
Yeah, I think the politicians say it's nothing to do with them when it's high, and they claim all the glory when it's not.
Look the other way when it's on the way up, pay a lot of attention when it's on the way down. I'll be going to talk to the Chancellor very shortly. I am sure he'll be welcoming this because it stands out in those 5 pledges the Prime Minister made. Inflation is the one that unarguably, at the moment, is being delivered.
Sending my Christmas wishes, remind him I haven't had my card yet. It's good to see.
All right. Now, why I bring a card? You go ask, but this na Salon, but this na UK. Yes, exactly. The Kerry and Mary, the NRA boss, they talk about Ukraine, Russia, crisis, global. Now, the Prime Minister in the UK, Rishi Sunak, the 5 things they were promised, one of them don't deliver on. He said it affects inflation. Inflation was 10-11%. You see, the figures are not to magic, not to angel and the rule na ya. Na motaman they make like na the same, just like what motaman they do now, what they do are the same. Just that they get the contract hard. All right. Anyway, we're not going to waste too much time on that. I will come play for you one video where I'm sure a good number of you I don't see that video there. But before that, the SEC just sent something, pull a press statement. Let me just share it to Fambolen. This is just a kind side now. So I will just share it as I get it. All right. This just come. You see, I come up from the anti-corruption boss. They read. The Anti-Corruption Commission, SEC, wishes to inform the general public that it has on today's date, Thursday, 21st December 2023, commenced interview with the former president of Sierra Leone, His Excellency Dr. Ernest Bai Koroma, in relation to the matter referred to it by the Court of Appeal. The said interview proceeded successfully and will continue at the Commission's Integrity House on Thursday, 28 December 2023. The Commission further wishes to reassure the general public of its commitment or its determination to continue discharging its mandate as provided for it in the Anti-Corruption Act number 12 of 2008 as amended in 2019. All right, I think that's the most important part. So just like we'll tell now, we don't get that clue they say the interview today. So we're glad we're glad the way the ACC pull press release at least now and just back up with me. We don't know, but this backup shows select. The next one will just talk here, and they go back on 28th on for further investigation on the alleged crime we commit. Mind you, it's still not done it with the coup. The coup still they continue. It's still they continue for investigate on the coup, the alleged coup. But not put on their side. I only listen this, like I say, plenty people don't watch this, but it's good that una listen our.
Okay, the Kamajo are glad for una. The way I don't day. Adebayo, apart from Adebayo, even the one day when they say Mende tribe, then therefore don't Mende tribe already. All the Kamajo, all the Mormande, where they do a Kamajo work, or where they initiate Kamajo, they see they. We don't improve more. Anybody where you feel say you want to destroy Mende people them, Mende tribe, please, this let not be saying a threatening. Let nobody know threatening. We nobody know threatening. We already. We're ready. If you're ready, you can now. The southeast. You can now southeast. We're ready. Yes. Nyande mana. But they say what? Ule ma udunya ujawo ma uhu menhim weke. Bido put down district of Wanyama, southeast. Mamu diana weke. government gita kini bi government ge mo dia mo ke tamiam mo ko egwa ga ba awia ye ma ye na mia nu gbe la pe ke bo ma ye na ho ape ka gbe apande wo ma we mo re de go yi wo kini wo de ma we ka wa me de ga yin yan o ahona gbada agbe apande mo re de go over tell me gbe nu gbe fo ma na be do ta bia ona gbande bia obi ko ko tilo bia mo fo awon yaman district wallahi ba wo mo obo popo mumbo daga tire di gona mu kamo tire di gona ba kamo asan kamo idrisa tuwa ti mu magbatia tumu gani na bu ko mu magbatia gogo ba wa gila wa.
All right, so like I say, I'm sure plenty people would have watched that video there. Now, what's in they mean? You know, this platform, we don't criticize the government countlessly, many times. JMB, we don't criticize the policies in there. The former president, we don't criticize him many times. We say sometimes too much silence and consent, or maybe you get something for free. And it's really happening now. Imagine if it be the talk, right? If not because of if you don't know all of this is perhaps and get hold on for corruption or blah blah. If it be the talk, 9 governments are arrested, they get more sympathy from people because why? They know it's not because people will look at it deeply. But for 5 years, this person not talk. The point why they make it is to still criticize them and many other things. The flag bearer, the former flag bearer of APC, Samura, we don't criticize them many times. We don't get sacred cow now. Me, I know say plenty of people who watch me now. Now they buy fans and like they buy. And I will make it clear today. There is nothing personal with JMB while criticizing policies. There is nothing personal with EBK, absolutely. There is nothing personal with Samura, and there's nothing personal with Adebayo. But there should come a time when you get to draw the line at the sun, you get to put a stop to it. And this is where you draw the line. What Adebayo do was wrong. Whoever advised her, if in the advice or whatever, or if you the advisor, in France there, please on an advisor let me think again. You see, the word tribal conflict, a very dangerous statement. I will give us I will give a example. First and foremost, now look at them people that talk what they talk about their own difference. Put yourself in this one, pull on emotion inside now. Only listen carefully, get an open mind. And not for let person not say the person no will make mistake. Everybody liable to make mistake, including me set now. So you need for the people that always correct me. Feedback, positive feedback, very good. They help me. For let person tell person say they go kill you. If you say, if somebody say let person kill you, you get rights for talk. Not so. You say, and the person say for if you talk. But with the kind side, not so. I know they defend them people they're waiting self, but don't they talk say they also get right for saying that they defend themselves in case person will kill them, because this was the message given by Adebayo. And mind you, Adebayo is not just an ordinary person in salon politics. Why? Because thousands of people, if not millions, they listen to her. Now, I don't count this many times, 2 times, but perhaps on the first time this following year release, we get 2 types of doctors. We get a medical doctor, we get a philosophical doctor. The professor tell me, say, when a medical doctor make a mistake in a theater, he will probably kill 1 person. If you make a mistake, wait, it happen. He said, but when a philosophical doctor make a mistake, he will kill probably hundreds, if not thousands of people. Now, philosophical doctor fall in the category of influential people. People who say ideology. to people. People who they talk about tribes. People who they put people against people. Politicians, people who get people where they use the media. Even we can be under that category of being a philosophical doctor. They sell an ideology. They sell something. Anybody so that make you get to be more responsible. You know, you see what happened today in the war? The Israelites and the Palestine-Israel conflicts. You know why it happened? You able to guess? It's simple. The Jews there, they'll be there, Europe. I'm not going into the biblical story aspect of it. No left handed. But the Jews there, before 1948, they were in Europe. Now, Hitler used tribe, he used ethnic. According to sources, it killed up to 6 million Jews. Now, because of that onslaught, make the British government, the Great Britain, sorry for them. They go give them land because Palestine be under the auspice, the control of UK, the British, and divide the country. Where today, every 5 years with a conflict, every 1 year with a conflict. If Hitler not be killed, the Jews there in 5 and 6 million Jews, perhaps will not forever able conflict between Palestine and Israel. Just for telling you the danger. And right now, there is a conflict going on between Israel and Hamas. Israel don't kill more than 20,000 civilians, according to sources, whilst Hamas don't be kill 1,300 some. Anyway, I just want to say. I know this story, plenty from over here. In Rwanda, in just 3 months, 1 million people die on waiting tribal lines. In Kenya, thousands of people die on tribal lines. So anybody where they preach on tribes, we interrelated so much that it practically easy for no we kill ourselves inside 1 week or 2 weeks. Nothing done as alone, practically. So anybody where they come up with that idea, I'll bring back this to you. As always, we need to use this brain more. Get more idea. Tribal women, it not just fit me, not to the continent, it not just fit me in any way. We just not fit into that categories alone. We too interconnected, like matrix. We too interconnected for no being that. I get friends there, my friends in Amende. Some of my best friends in local school from Amende. Up till now, they talk to you so you feel say, come on. Some of my best friends there, up till now, when they talk. Yes, hold on, sorry. Console. All right, Jamila gets the platform. Go ahead. You just talk exactly what you just want to add for that discussion. Thank you very much. Go ahead.
At the end of the day, they just don't plan no more for you. That's the but like I can always say, and they always say, but until we get from that, you don't set all the people let you go to, and until you don't form the foundation for them for face this humiliation. I inform, I insist because they want but it's very man, listen, nobody next time I say this thing can beat and so it serve as a specimen for the next APC leader and for treat SLPP Then the Adebayo issue, I want to let you know, see when they use the word, say action speaks louder than words. The SMBP government, and not they use the word like what Adebayo use and say, but we're after the people. The SMBP government is led by other people, they're not the user. But the action, it don't speak volume past Adebayo in voice. I condemn what Adebayo say. But let's see, they go after the Minde people. I condemn her. But what I'm there for talk is, the president don't show we by action. So if the president your own voice, in action, if the voice in action gets louder past Adebayo, you will come into it. So not see I don't condemn it. What happens to the people? So what do you tell us?
Exactly. Now that make we talk. If we do that's it for that, or we they try to copy because this person they make wrong. If you see a person they make mistake, particularly if you know it's not your enemy, as soon as know them two people there, there's no corrector, And if government they make mistake, now be responsibility for correct the mistake, not to for copy the same mistake. We get references, we get a lot of evidences there where people they talk about this tribe. I'm telling you across the country. So we know Nandi. So that I make within the media for correct that and bring kind of awareness, but not to that line again. You get the point where they talk, Because at the end of the day,
not so we the people for not so we the lead. We don't put somebody for the lead. We from not okay. We go to that part of the matter build it one. So you don't even go talk. That these people when they talk so now, we they talk so now. That's how we did it. Only don't say. So the people are not ready for that. Now government way you not that man is not the make us safu. Why they tell people they know they understand. Also, not a possible that make a do an silence. They say you not talk. If you hold the man not talk, he's still holding man. You hold back. They defend all kind of for implicate this. Imagine it was not talk. So now therefore they leave. Now if you don't say that government of Sierra Leone for the one people, one country. That's what they say. But then they do. They know nobody is not court. Nobody is not court. And we go precisely to say do PhD. In PhD, don't get terminal cancer. And 1986, the kind of research now they do chemistry. They discover the whole way some of the theory and the equations they want to use for chemistry. And then they use it.
All right. Okay. You get 10 seconds on for wrap up.
So what do they try for talk? They try for talk, say them people here and they're not ready for peace and then for take the lead. They go if you say I got to die in a country, they go put this man back in a jail or they go to put people in a jail unnecessarily. When they go back to what happened November 26th, not to pray and they pray.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, love you had another voice. Yes, call outside the call from. Yes, call outside the call from. Hello? Call outside the call from.
Hello?
Yes, who's side they call from?
I come from Holland.
Okay, you get the platform.
Okay.
Now for Dolly set, please, so you can we'll get you loud and clear.
Okay. How you do everybody now? You don't feel better, small?
Yeah. Better now. Yeah. Thank you.
Let God give you more improvement. Because when you sick now, all the sick.
Yeah.
now you know the nerve system. So you know when the nerve sick, when the body all sick. Anyway, now go on this talking point for today. I don't listen you since you start. I know the most important one I don't ever listen. For this tribal issue.
Thank you.
I can always say Salon, we seek. The seek where we seek, we get tribal identity. And this tribal identity, we don't born with her, we don't grow up with them. First, if we religion, we get identity, the tribal identity. The first thing you get Chimney Mox, you get Limba Mox, you get Mende Mox, is wrong. Their mocks, they did not get for name and by tribe. We grew up with that one, we mentally grew up with that. The first mocks we build in a salon. Amadinga mocks. Now, Peter, after that one day, they go full of mocks. And when Madinga Mox, all the tribe they put out Panamox, the Chini, the Limba, the Fula, now what Bila Mox together.
Yeah.
Mox na Jama get her, not to tribe get her.
Yeah.
And so professor tell me. Fula man, get right for being a team, Mox be Imam, Chini, man get right for be Imam na Fula Mox. Now the learned person, now in the deep here. Okay? But with the generalized thing na salon, let me say this today. Mother Bio, you know, they represent Mindi. People they accuse them now say in a Mindi. You know, get nothing for do with Mindi. It gets something for do with as a president of Sierra Leone.
Yeah.
So let people and left for the personalizer because in a Mindi. A possible say to man that Timiman go Canapa because he don't do bad. Now all the Timiman and do bad. No. Now the one person we do the bad, now him for responsibility. I just give you an example. The first person we criticize EU brother, me who they talk to you, so Chenoba, the information minister. He talks something we know right with me. Never mind I'm your person. I disagree with him. And I bring that to your attention, not to say I hate him. This that's a good for you. You let the team the man criticize him, man. Let him make the man criticize him, the man. Because Salon I can force, not to you can force.
Yeah.
But we the team say why be team ni I can force than the Sierra Leone. Nationality I can force. We don't see with that country the world on Canada. I always say those people for the jealousy. Go to that place. You receive in the exit there, they write you EU, non-EU. That now for sure you say, you know how you pass, you know how you belong to. But we know the land. We wake Canada, hatred we get with you, we said, and now we the cause hatred not so. We don't left that country. Because some man not suffer for rebel, some man rebel was a good opportunity for the reach Europe. Some man don't lost nothing when this rebel will come. Now opportunity come for our they see now refugee they can't get the is where they make noise. So we they appeal to we all. Now we think say Salon now we all get time. Now we think say na Salon come first. Now let this tribal issue. Somebody attacked Madingo the yesterday. I plead all less and not sleep. Madinga not do nothing. Then Madinga the racist. They know they do so again. They know they that. If you call Salon today, Madingo now not the number one tribe na Salon, including Timni, including Limba, we all. Now what's my left this constitution give you? Not to Medema rights, not to Timnima rights. The 16 tribe na Salon. And then say all the tribe with them meet na Salon, it belongs to Salon.
Yeah.
What are you now for cancer Madigamana for you? Madigamano, yeah. It humiliates you, very shameful. If you forget, say Madinga, the one would Africa, West Africa.
Yeah.
The Mali Empire.
Yeah. Not so for you now then. In fact, if you check deeply first, and when they can demanding card there, and then get the one the Mali Empire, like what they talk and so.
No, now they tell you the Mali Empire. Now they be the rule up to
not so foreign now.
They can't connect us to Salon.
Yeah, not so foreign now.
So if somebody they sing that one day, they say they were the this and that, and they very disgraceful. Mali got to be president of Salon.
Yeah.
Me, let me tell you, what would be small when they go to school? The most time when they be disrespect at that country, now Fula, now culture they be call me, let me tell you what it is. Limba, Some people they say before I be Limba, I get so good. If you know me, Sabida, what the last say, block calling this about that, people they come, now materials in it. But today, education don't change.
Yeah.
All man don't get out of university, all man don't get PhD, all man don't get, not to follow man be vice president. What have you think about that? It's not possible.
Yeah.
What are you saying? As for man, they get us, but so now for you like you not come on. Then they forget say Fula, no parts now West Africa, no do Fula, no do.
Yeah.
Right. Where they are citizens of that side. In fact, say na Salon I did the last mission. The Senegalese Fula, it can't Senegal before. And Nigeria know the top. Now we get independent in Nigeria. Abu Bakar for Abelewa, na Fula. Right. Buhari last come also. Na Fula. But if it says Saloma now, the Indian say Fula, like Guinea no more belongs to. Because you don't know. But we have people alone let this tribe and issue.
All right, thank you very much.
Mother Bio not so many they represent. Mother Bio na Sierra Leone. Equal to any say this Anesia, you know they represent Timini, you know they represent local, you know they represent somebody, and I say they represent.
Yeah.
So now this way they appeal for. They are appeal all of this tribal identity, all of this tribal accusation. then Limba, then this, then that. And I add one thing again, this Adebayo, nobody no promoter, nobody no maker. Now the government promoter.
Yeah.
Because we get free press na salon. Listen to Adebayo. But press not in a salon.
Yeah.
Anybody will tell them not come up.
Yeah.
So now many people they tune into Adebayo. Now many people they listen to Adebayo. Because what he get mind for talk, now you go talk in a salon and not forget what it. And they say you will fee. So now the government for open.
All right.
The journalism, they make that freedom of press, freedom of association, freedom of demonstration. Without demonstration, anyway, let me stop there because we had the one.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
All right. Now we had another voice here. Scholar outside the call from. All right. Amazing scholar. Yes, scholar outside the call from. Who's side the call from?
Yeah, and I'm TJ. I call from Australia.
All right, TJ, you get the platform. Go ahead. You get 2 minutes.
Yeah, the question is there for talk. This talking about business, not good. But we can say no more saying that the president first starter. You understand? Because like I said, with man, they don't divide the country. Right? Like, I go talk to with man, they don't divide it, we can't get them. So we can't scatter people like it.
Yeah.
Don't have to I'm back. The thing all over social media, they pray Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make everything come to one. But the border, so look at my box up. That's help we.
I mean,
they could something happen, so they couldn't guide and made this kind of job business. If I could stop them one thing, but nothing, nobody not talk. I'm not Fatima be to make my Kaila. These people are not for Kaya. Why you for talk all landy?
All right, thank you very much. Now we had another voice. Yes, call outside the call from. Outside the call from. Yes, call outside the call from. This the caller, I think. I don't know if I'm in line or not in line. All right. Yes, call outside the call from. You outside the call from.
Yeah, they call from Cyprus.
All right.
They call from Cyprus.
Okay, you get the platform. You get 2 minutes. Your time begins
Yeah, they
now.
call from Cyprus.
Yeah, your time starts now.
They call from Cyprus.
Your time starts now. It is live.
Yeah, the caller we just talk. Yeah, they get you, know.
All right. Caller, I think if you call me back, let me just advise quickly. Please be an affordable you sets. Otherwise, you know they get a negative feedback. Yes, caller outside the call from.
Yeah, Mr. Komon-Tok, good evening or good afternoon on your side. I call from the US.
All right.
Virginia.
You get the platform. Go ahead. You get 2 minutes.
Yeah, I know really start beside the program or start for listening, but I just meet up one caller where they elaborate on tribalism, Madinka, and so on and so forth. Let me stop that one day. Mr. Komon-Tok, as far as waiting, I understand Sierra Leone. The people then will embark on tribalism business, not two tribes, that's alone. Then they own the true, I don't go hide them. Who are they? The Timinis and Mendes. Local they under Fine, Crew, Limba, and so on and so forth. You know they need them at all. Sierra Leone belong to everybody in that country. They not belong to no one tribe. The Timini and the Mendes, that they for stop this rubbish. Mina Timini, Mina Mende, Mina Timini. I don't want to talk long. Trust me, if you check properly these two tribes, and they get that tribalism fight. This the feel say is so superior past the other one that they get that problem, they made a stop up. Salute belong to everybody as long as you are from Sierra Leone. Thank you very much, Mr. Komon-Tok. And a really wonderful work we do for that country. And God will continue to bless you and reward you the generation yet on board, okay?
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Stay blessed.
Yeah. Oh, we had another voice. Yes, call outside the call from. Who said they call from? Hello? Yeah, who's that they call from? All right. We know I don't know what they do the line. Yeah, you did live. You did live. Go ahead. You did live. You did.
I call from Cyprus. You get me now? It's yeah. The one caller they call we talk CS indeed other view represent Sierra Leoneans and not the Mendi tribe, which is good. But what thing if we realize is that this man no matter view for represents the Sierra Leoneans, in Canada the first thing we do now for massive sacking of Northwesterners and put all the Mendi people in. Now the same man that we for don't unify the country, look in man we call presidential guards, all these which are all like in tribes it take all the Northwestern like send the upline. Then all the Southeasterners they get a weapon, it told them as a presidential guard. Now the same man back when you look at the appointment, they look at the head of the army. I mean the what are generals? I mean the look at the tribal commander. I mean the look at the police, look awareness, look anti-corruption, they look at NEC, the Human Rights Commission, they also do so many, go attack this, so many. So if Adebayo they talk about that, if Adebayo they talk when he talk, that reaction to wait. Many people they don't go sit down and talk.
No, the point what they make here is we know Nandi, we know the blunders of the government. We know the blunders of the government. And not for do so because as a responsible government, no, they can't. You point, I know we justify anything way somebody, if it's somebody, two wrong cannot make one right. We all know Nandi. Two people they not go make, if you wrong is wrong. No matter how make up, wrong is wrong. It's wrong that you bring out what in the government they do, we all they condemn. But if somebody want to back the same wrong way the person they do, then I think equally back for tell the person say, no, you choose another route. We're not go condone that. That's not the bottom line. You know, and we don't get for way for justify. Yes, it's true that what you explain so on are correct and are correct information. One line of the day, we've seen that day, we don't talk about many times, but now we're not told again. We often say we always see outside of the government. Now we for tell them more and put more pressure. We will exercise, we will bring them. Believe me, there are more solutions to this. Just that we want quick result and make sometimes maybe we go come out of context or probably out of anger or emotion. And I can leave it to that. But I'm sure we'll get a better way to do than just following the rhetoric of the government.
Yeah, you're 100% correct. What they say to right. Now, when they make a constitution, there are rules. When someone for confine that person, now long thing, you don't go long so much because you don't do long. Now long you take, now long back you do for you will do for great time. So you know when you get the penalty, they go kill them. You understand? So when you say when they bless them, no. So go a long way say punish somebody now long you do one. But they
No. Well,
that's what they say. No.
No, well, you just no. Honestly, I'm sincere. As sincere as you they mix up the things then. They mix up with justice, with law, which we all know the outcome. If you do a crime, you want to justify in that kind of way. The examples the way they bring come, correlates and not just make any clear, better understanding because this is a clear dispensation of our lost justice for the if you kill back then we get in our books then they kill you and not so wrong because God now justice it has already been spelled out clearly so now we just will put the example in the context anyway I'll go out for you 30 more seconds as you time don't win out you get 30 seconds more for wrap up.
Okay, well Shit was returning that we survive that idea, but we can way forward. We can way forward.
Thank you. That's a brilliant question.
The peace communicated sign for the own oneself na problem now. So that we forward.
That's a brilliant question, and that's make Udena.
Yes, question.
Yeah, that's not the question, and we will all for ask yourself. And believe me, like I say, sometimes we didn't ask for the results come out, but if we continue for engaging yourself, we will get an idea. Anyway, thank you very much for your contribution, brother. Yes, caller outside the call from. All right, we miss this caller. Yes, caller outside the call from. Hello? I don't know if you're me on side. Who side they call from? What's up with the line today? Maybe not me on side. Hello? All right. Okay. We'll take another call. Yes, call outside the call from. Yes, but still you get the platform. Go ahead. You get 2 minutes.
Yeah, I'm not saying Madam, you know, box over this, you are down. Madam, you know, box over your top of all them box people can try. Take you out, another day, because they're stuff there. But, like you talk about what they say for give pressure. The people are waiting for give pressure. I'm not saying there's a fix. Now they for give pressure to you. But if they don't give pressure, it will create more trouble with this then talking of tribalism. You know, the thing is, the tribalism is not a pure idea. Look yesterday, waiting down them to boy the talk. They try for pursue people and say that for all this. All that stuff, then they're not in the past. The guys enjoy the continuity. You see? If you see Komon-Tok again and they advertise them, they seeking the government. Then they show them they don't do nothing. So if other people in the talk of tribalism, that's reality. Always do it for high. And nobody be coward always for saying, not like anything. But they don't say, no, wait, no. So now don't know. Now they encourage them, therefore we watch. Because they're not getting praised there. They're not in the past. They just go forward every day. So somebody will do something, or else it will be worse. Because they see every day people that just look, telephones and they take telephones, no more privacy. Who can control that? Checkpoints there. Now what will they have? So it is bullshit, man. I tell you.
All right, look.
We were encouraged. Tribalism is a real and a consumer don't make the water. Take care, man.
All right. Now we had another voice. Yes, call outside you call from. All right. So miss this caller. All right. Now we just see all right. Now we had another voice. Yes, call outside you call from. Yes, call outside you call from.
Yes, Komon-Tok. I recall from the yard.
All right, you get to the platform. Go ahead.
Thank you. Komon-Tok. Sierra Leone. That country, by rights, nobody owns Sierra Leone. Now we all get them. That in our one. And we all get the rights to develop that country, irrespective of the tribal much. So this tier will be seen at social media, called for. And out of past experience, what you see, what you have to do in the war, it's a play with memory to go back to the entire history.
Yeah.
Because the one day we can die for that war day. A lot of beliefs say some of them one day where their own people and they go encourage the young one in the back or destroy their lives there. Because during the war, for example, the people that went and killed Nabo, the Komon-Tok that went and died Nabo, I don't believe it's possible. If I could encourage them people and they say, no, we're going to tribal war or perfect business. Serious way. So that they not called for. The one that already they encourage them people and they not called for. No need nothing for make we go back. Because whenever you say you reverse, you don't put everything there. Like we said, our 4 girls will find put away we come together. But then look the people and condition it. You not even encouraging. That they say they want to go first back. And brother, nobody not fit for go first back for that country. You not called for.
Absolutely.
Because anybody who has anything, they just want to go see life. for no good reason.
All right. Thank you.
That day, they attack now, but you see people the way they run. Now, you know, I won't slap the neighbor. It's gone business, this and that. Now, when brother here, no, we should not serve for Julia.
All right. Thank you.
We make peace and that on today. Now, that you know what we do. Thank you very much.
All right. Okay. Now, one thing. All right. Now we had another voice. Yes. Call outside the call from.
Yeah, Mr. Komon-Tok. I just okay, the couple. Yeah.
All right.
Anything we know the address, you know the solution. You see this type of business, if we not begin address and now and try to stop this government, I think I see there's a difference between the Mende set which man one cause problem and the tribe of itself. The different. Also two people there. The politicians will get there by what they call differences. But we know the fates for this particular government, they want to bring conflict. That's why the man they want to divide the big all one set of. Now we sit down, we find a platform, now we discuss this thing, then that's so one that starts.
Yeah, exactly.
Then go and suppress another tribe, then say, that's why they go small.
That's why you go to.
No, we're not the child away from this. No, move away from this.
No, it's real. It's real. It's real.
We don't see how they can. Not because they say, no, the family more day is, that's why they make COVID and say COVID go and no, they suppress them. Suppress COVID, say COVID go and no, keep the best country, the best medical research, but people they die on that. So we're not beginning against this. Now, when the platform all is, what's the solution, what's the way forward? Some of we that we buy time and then have Mamana meeting, Mamana then they have to
yeah.
You understand what I say? So, therefore, not for sure, I'm not paying solution to this thing. Area.
Not begin
like the platform thing. People they come out looking at the solution, not being discussed on the year. This thing they come.
All right. Thank you thank you very much. Yes. So Fambul, let us remind people then about this whole thing. This thing, if so serious, we know they wouldn't say like we know they take a light. In fact, if you check the TRC reports, then talk about the government. But anyway, let's just put this caller, and after that we go talk about what you want. Yes, caller, outside the call from. Outside the call from.
Yeah, I call from Dubai.
All right, you get the platform. You get 2 minutes.
Yeah, Mr. Komon. Yeah, this tribalism something we area, but mainly area when it comes to the political side. The ordinary days, the way to politics, that many man and that many man are they carry on normal. That many man and that many man are McKinney without politics and they carry on normal. But when it comes to political power, the people that they use, because of their selfish aims and interests, they decide to use that tribal line for gain the population. Because they don't say, maybe sometimes they don't have much thing for offer. So they cling on to either the region or the tribe for letting get that loyal support that the way they will ever change. So most times people when they spew their ideas and they don't get much thing for deliver. They don't get much thing for.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Now this tribalism, like I say, is natural between the Mende and Timini. If you ask me, na equal level, and I will show you why. Like for me, economic growth. The friends that I grew up on Timini them. But all the Northern Nigerian born na Kono. When they born na Bo, when they do business na Bo, the one they go there. The same many man who grew up in Freetown, they grew up in the north. A born day or a go do whatever I go do day. When politics they come, and they support APC. They support a party from this place. So the next thing what they for do, the political parties they need for allow diversity. Check APC executive, check SFP executive. You know they find now SFP executive more than 2% will come from the north or northwest. When you check also the APC executive, The same thing. No Southeastern and Northern, maybe one or two. The rest all one group of people. So if the party already in first of show regional and tribal, why can in governance the possibility say now by that way they for go.
You get 20 seconds more.
So therefore diversify. This we for begin campaign for political parties then diversify. Let them get more people inside from different groups then. So that they come by election. No, they don't suicide except they put nothing as the presidential candidate. Don't begin suicide if they put Southern as presidential candidate. This could begin help for ease the tension.
All right,
I think that's something that we want to look at.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Okay. Yeah, accident just take place. But we not go, we're not in they send Eastern Police. We just can't they just send some forbidden videos in there. But we're not killing for putting some pictures in there. Some people are not killing for seeing in there. So we just let you know. But we're not going to put the videos there anyway. And they're out, but we will keep that out from the viewers and eyes. All right, so family, let me rush go in the text side. We don't. All right, let me just add the last lucky caller for tonight. This will be the last lucky caller, and then we wrap up the program. Yes, caller, where they come from?
I come from the US, one-sided.
No bad, pa. Okay. Glory be to God. You get the platform.
Yeah, thank you for everything that you do every day. So, Salone tribal problem, not just within politics. Why can't a woman business now Salone tribal Nordic?
Yeah. Yeah. Not really.
Because the politicians then, they didn't do anything for the country. Not you know the one that they offer Sierra Leone, not you know the one that they offer Timidi, not you know the one that they offer Mede, not you know the one that they offer any tribe that's so what do? They mix up the tribe there. Fly they fight each other. Why then they enjoy the Sudan, they enjoy the flight. They all the time wake up a woman business. I see them also. What take the woman there? Now one day we married to the tribe. So I feel sorry for the people out there. They don't only think about that tribe. They need to think about Sierra Leone. All come together and make that country a better place and get rid of all these politicians they are out there. Because we come from woman business, they say, everybody say, why you see they look at that woman there, whether that woman is as long as that woman there, if I the one there. So we need something we set out of that. And stop and let these politicians they are Newsweek, how they want. They're all not fraud. And the same reality is most of these guys they don't cannot oversee. They don't see how things they
Yeah.
are.
Yeah, so sorry. Yeah.
They see how things they are.
Yeah.
When they go and go workshop, look, that guy what they call my bureau or something, I listen to today. A grown man in America, I should go to talk. They tell people around there what you could tell them. I said, what the great day for the cool, this day the corn name. America, I should have already know that as a look. It would allow people there for mixed and try like business.
All right. Okay.
Thank you. Bless you, man.
All right. Thank you very much. Okay, that was the last lucky caller for tonight. We tell you all we don't call and all the one that we attempt for call we will go through. Definitely, we will do justice to we text us in. We know we will done the show without take few text them from the rest are short. Say we can look at text them. All right. Okay. This person they say. Mbemba Kamara, good morning, Mr. Komon-Tok. I see something like ex-president has been called by ACC Interrogation. All right, I think you just you can't late now that make because that's not the topic, and we don't put for you the press release from the ACC boss themselves, the ACC commission. This one they come up from Northerners are restricted not to go to certain places to campaign, build political offices, and so on. Let us be true to ourselves and lobby good. Sylvia Palmer, they say, I don't understand. Okay, why people are shifting the blame. All right, I think it's time for Sylvia. And get certain name with the yes, special name with the mother in there in the collar. Anyway, this one comes from okay again. I don't know why Sylvia name they come up too much. And this one they come up from Joseph Bangora. You are right, Mr. Komon-Tok. No tribalism in Sierra Leone. We don't need that. We don't need that. And this one they come from Adele. Thank you, Mr. Komon-Tok, for the wonderful job that you're doing for this communities across the globe. Thank you very much for joining us. All right. So to the rest of you now, again. We tell them plenty thank you. They can wrap up now. Mary J, this anti-corruption guy should be arrested for lack of competence. I'm even sure he's part of the syndicate. Who knows it's part of that money he used to do study wicked people. And this one they say by Batuk Masari, they say the fight of corruption is for only APC, but God will judge them all. As Zainab C, they say, this look like they are trying to turn what they have done on the APC. And yes, Marija, thank you very much for asking. Yes, I'm better off now. I'm okay. Yes. Joseph. All right. Yeah, Johnson. Bangora, Kim. Okay. All right. So, family, we tap the program here. Like always, we will come when we have something important for tell the community. Until then, me and Mr. Komon-Tok. Bye-bye.
Talking point platform, TTPTV. Oh yeah. Unale we pledge, we love and loyalty. To we sweet mama salute. Now we all come together as one. For tomorrow, now we go.